Projection Good afternoon. Welcome back to The Siege, or good morning, good evening. Hey, that was much better than yesterday. I'm actually kind of proud of that. Welcome back, folks. It is Tuesday. Yes. Hi. And you can see my handle there. Has to go over here. Boop. Aha. There you go. Welcome in. Totally forgot that I left it there. Professional streamer, as you know. Always professional. Welcome in, welcome in. It's Tuesday, and we have a packed day ahead of us. Maybe even the next 2 days. I don't know exactly how we do all of this. So, first things first, what are we doing today? Well, today we are playing Control. And we are playing the AWE expansion, or what is it called? The Astral World event? Or, if you want to be cynical about it, it is the Alan Wake expansion, right? It's like, yeah, okay, I see what they have been doing with this, right? AWE, the Astral World event or something. And then it is like also Alan Wake. We will see how that goes. But that is apparently continuing the whole Alan Wake story, which is really interesting because we just finished Alan Wake yesterday. I looked into the DLCs, which are directly in Alan Wake, and they're apparently not too important. They add some nice flavor to some of the specific characters you have been running around with in the normal Alan Wake, to understand like where they are coming from, what they are doing, yada yada yada. But it's nothing which is pushing the story forward or who makes Alan Wake maybe even more interesting or something like that. So in the end, I decided that we are playing the Control DLC, which is apparently taking on the whole story, what happened to Alan Wake afterwards, and is preparing the way for Alan Wake 2. So that seems to be very important. And so we are playing Control today. Now, with that said, a bit of an issue. And we will see how big that issue is when we are playing the expansion. Yesterday I installed Control. I got the DLC. Actually, no, I didn't get the DLC because there was the Ultimate Edition. So they had like an Ultimate Edition release of Control, and the DLCs are now integrated into that. They did some weird shit with the Ultimate Edition. So I have the DLC, is my point. But the problem was that because of the Ultimate Edition is not compatible with the old edition, my save file doesn't work anymore. So it was just like, oh, great. Then I was looking for save files which still do work in the new edition. And, well, that took me a while to find a save file. And then it turns out that I couldn't put the save file anywhere. Like, I was looking on the internet at all the places. There are apparently 5 different places where your Control save file can be, depending on which version you are playing. And I'm playing the Epic Games version because, well, this is where Control first came out. It was an Epic exclusive. This is where I got the keys for. And this is where I had my save file and all that. So finding an Epic save file, and then I was going in the folder where Control was apparently supposed to have their save file. There was nothing there. That folder didn't even exist. I don't know where Epic Games is now saving my Control save file, but it's not in the Control file, and it is definitely not where it is supposed to be when you were asking Google. I was even looking up the other save files, right? I was looking up if maybe it created something where the Steam one should have been or the GOG one should have been. Nothing. I have absolutely no clue where that save file is. So, with that all said, I started a playthrough of Control, and I was zooming through the game. I ignored every cutscene as far as I could. There were a few ones which you couldn't, which is interesting. Never saw that. But I ignored everything. I was literally just pushing through the main story because you have to play through 70% of the main story. Yeah, I kid you not, 70%. So I did that. I literally finished 7 missions out of 10. And now I'm at the point where we can play the Control DLC. Now, where's the problem then? Well, the problem is that I ignored everything else. I ignored side missions. I ignored activities. I am probably woefully underleveled, not knowing what the Control DLC will look like. And we will find that out today. I put some points down and all that. I have not even like a lot of weapons. Like I literally have the sniper weapon and the normal pistol, and I have a few talent points here and there. Like again, I'm woefully underleveled. So we will see. But yeah, now I'm at the point. There were a few things though which I did pick up by playing Control again, and man, it is freaking bizarre to play Control when you have just finished Alan Wake. When Control came out, I remember distinctively that I was talking to some people about should I play Alan Wake before Control is coming out, and everyone was telling me, "No, man, it's not important, man. It's not linked. It's not important." Maybe they didn't know themselves at the point because we played it on release, but holy shit, there are so many cross references and so many little things the game is littered with that it now feels like a completely different experience with Control. There was even this one thing, and this is not a small thing. This is actually a pretty major plot point, which I completely overlooked, right? Thomas Zane, you remember the artist or the writer who started all that bullshit? But nobody remembers Thomas Zane anymore because he wrote himself and everything he has ever done out of the story, right? Like he deleted himself and everything he did because of the darkness. So Jessie, the main character of Control, does know Thomas Zane, and she does know his works. She even quoted a poem of him. And she does that like in a talk with her psychiatrist. And it's just like, wait. So you're telling me that she, for whatever reason, does know, and the psychiatrist is confirming that Thomas Zane never existed. Right? The psychiatrist was like, yeah, so I looked into this poem and I looked into Thomas Zane, but there's no record of him. He doesn't exist. And it's like, okay, so it is clear that everyone else does not remember Thomas Zane. But she does. She knows him and she knows the works of him. Like, it's such a bizarre occurrence. So there is some interesting. I assume that maybe Polaris, the thing in her head, did something there. Maybe, who knows? But it's still like super interesting, and it's such a small point which is coming up in the game at some point, and I completely missed this. I remember this specific talk with her psychiatrist because I was like, "Huh, that's weird that nobody else knows that Thomas Zane and she does. Wonder why?" Because I didn't know Alan Wake at the point. So now I'm listening to it and I'm going like, why has nobody, right? So it's really crazy. It's really crazy what they are doing. But yeah, they are like a lot of references to things that are happening in Alan Wake. I finally understand. Oh my god, this is another big thing. I even when I played through Alan Wake, it didn't make a lot of sense to me. He always liked to say, what is it? It's not a sea, it's an ocean. Right? And I finally understand, by playing Control again, what he means with that. He means basically the astral plane and the thresholds which are happening, and that there are basically many, many realities out there, right? Because that's what Control is confirming. And another thing, so they say in the standard deal, in the standard Control game, that Cauldron Lake was a threshold event. It was not an object of power who caused all of this, but it was a threshold event, where basically the wall between our dimension and the astral plane, or one of the planes, is disappearing, and things can come out of it. So that's what happened, and the clicker was probably an object of power. But yeah, so the whole Cauldron Lake thing was not created by an object of power, as I first thought by playing through Alan Wake, but by a threshold event, which is also very interesting. Yeah, so there's a lot of stuff. Like, now playing through Control, everything becomes so much clearer, and so many things are just like, kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy. But yeah, that's what we are doing today. Maybe even tomorrow. Not sure yet. I don't really know how long it takes. We will see. Yep. Yep. So that's what we are doing. We have... So when we are done with this DLC, which is probably just taking us today and tomorrow maybe, we will play 2 more games this week. Yes, 2 more. And that is... what are they called? Oh, I'm bad with names, you know that. Farlanders. Yes, Farlanders and Surviving the Abyss. Here they go. Yep. Those are the 2 games I definitely want to check out. Farlanders is a turn-based city builder game on Mars. Looks amazing. Absolutely amazing. Let me show you a trailer of it. Just a quick one.
Have you ever looked into the night sky?
Nope.
Dreaming of making Mars your home?
Not really, but go on. Yeah, this is how it looks.
Colony is hard work. Every colony needs a base and enough room to expand. Foresight R&D's patented terraforming technology is expensive but efficient. Do your research before you topple mountains to access new areas, or melt ice to create fertile soil.
Like, this looks super interesting. I love the art style.
Caves awaiting exploration.
It's pixel art style, but detailed.
Locate anomalies and carve extra space for the planet's residents. Efficiency is your top priority.
You know me, efficiency. Thankfully, I'm not a German. I don't even know what that is.
The more resources you gather, the greater the possibilities are for creating a comfortable colony.
Why make it turn-based? So
Mars is a different beast than Earth. You'll need to be
there's
sharp and adapt to
a good question. We will find that out tomorrow.
Not enough building materials? Purchase them from other colonies. Electricity problems?
Or
Start
on
investing
Thursday.
in the right tech.
We have to see.
The time has come to turn your dreams into reality. Join us as our newest colony terraforming manager and help make Mars a home for all.
There's a weird looking rocket. Yeah, we have to see why it is turn-based. I'm actually kind of curious about that as well. I haven't looked too much into it, so we will see. Yeah, this is coming out in 2 hours.
Even in my wildest fantasies, I couldn't imagine.
Yeah, shut up. It's coming out in 2 hours. And then we have Surviving the Abyss, which is by Paradox Arc. Paradox is the publisher. And this actually seems to build on the premise Aquatico could not, where you are literally trying to survive the abyss. Everything is like super dark, you have to build your own rapture kind of thing, and you have to work with the light. So that looks pretty interesting. If also, of course, your resources. Yep. And then things are happening actually there. Because there are things down there with you. You. So it seems like they're actually doing what good old Aquatico could not, utilizing the depth and utilizing the water. And I'm really curious about that. That is also coming out in 2 hours. Again, we will play probably on Friday. Probably on Friday. Like it really depends on how quickly we are done with the AWE expansion. So, and then we will play those games, of course, on the Mole Under Management channel. So keep that in mind. Yeah. Yep. So we will see. We will see. What else do we have? What else do we have? Before we're jumping here into the news and all the things. I think that is all the organization blip blop I really have to talk about. Yeah. I think that's all the organization stuff. By the way, folks, if you have missed it, one last thing. I did upload my Company of Heroes 3 multiplayer tech test thoughts on my Mole Under Management channel. If you want to check that out and want to know what I'm thinking about it. But the reality is it needs work. Especially balance is not available right now. It's like, yeah, balance is balance is a thing, man. Or well, it's, but you know, or it's not a thing. That's the problem. All right, we have quite a bit of stuff to talk about. So let's get right to it. Yes. Let's do that. First things first. So this is rather an interesting predicament. As you know, Activision Blizzard has terminated all future projects and the continuation of the projects they have with NetEase when it comes to the Blizzard games like World of Warcraft, Overwatch. Weirdly enough, not Diablo Immortal. That is still going. But yeah, they have completely canceled this, and which is really interesting because like they love to be in China. They make a lot of money in China, and you need a publisher in China. They cannot just do it themselves. So it's like, yeah, it was pretty weird, and everyone was wondering why they canceled that contract. Well, so here's the thing. We still don't know what it is exactly, but they are saying that when the two companies initially announced the split, NetEase CEO William Ding said his company had put in a great deal of effort and tried with our utmost sincerity to negotiate with Activision Blizzard, but the pair could not reach an arrangement due to material differences. Blizzard is now saying, though, on an official Chinese post, that the two companies could not agree on a deal that was consistent with Blizzard's operating principles and commitments to players and employees. So, two companies who are basically pushing the blame on each other that, let's be real here, probably NetEase asked for more money and a bigger cut. Blizzard probably was like, I don't think so, and things were falling apart. They are, of course, now looking for another operator in China, but it is unlikely that they will find a new deal when the NetEase deal is expiring next week. So for all the Chinese players, it seems like you will not be able to play some Blizzard games for a while. It's kind of weird. Especially this makes me really curious about what will happen with Diablo Immortal. Like, Diablo Immortal is probably under a special contract right now, and I just have the feeling that the moment that special contract is running out, they probably assumed it would just go over to all the other NetEase Blizzard games, right? But at this point, yeah, I have the feeling that this will just fall apart, and Diablo Immortal will probably just get eradicated at some point, because this time Diablo Immortal is not just published by NetEase in China, they're actively involved in Diablo Immortal, right? They have been one of the main developers on this game, which you can probably tell by playing the game. So, yeah. Next news. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. So we get some more information on the Suicide Squad game. And this one is not an official information, because of course not. They're not crazy. This one is leaked. This was leaked this morning. Multiple sources have now confirmed that this is actually real, and Suicide Squad will be a live service game. Let me show you this leak, aka the picture in question. It is this one here. And you can basically see everything a live service game has to offer. You have 4 people who can play together. You have like a level, then you have probably an account level or something like that. You have tons of different currencies, because as you know, this is something live service games definitely need. And you have your game mode and matchmaking and all that. And it's like, oh no. Oh no. It's Arkham Knights all over again. It's like, I just, look, I think live service games have their place. And there's some good live service games out there. The problem I have with live service games nowadays is that the live service game is being developed first. The whole live service part. And the game comes later. And everything which you are putting in the game has to be integrated and linked into this live service stuff. And that is a huge issue for me, because that's the reason why we're getting so many games where you are like, man, this feels weird, or this doesn't feel fun. And it's all because, well, it's a live service component which is working behind it, which forces you into this kind of play style. Like, you could just had a game with the Justice League running around, killing people, and having fun. Now you made it an RPG, you put RPG elements into it, you're putting a currency into it, you're putting like better equipment into it, and you're not doing it because you think it makes sense in the game itself, you're putting it in because you can build a live service game easier around that. Ask Ubisoft. If you're wondering why Ubisoft has been RPG-fying every single game in existence they're having, because it is so much easier to build a freaking live service game and item shops around it. And I just cannot be asked anymore. They're not real RPGs even. They're bastards of an RPG. That's the problem. At the beginning I was first thinking, oh cool, another RPG. I love RPGs. Now I'm at the point where I'm just going, oh no, not one of those fake RPGs. Ugh. Like, I think this is the fault of The Witcher 3. The Witcher 3 was so successful in what it did that the big corporations just looked at it for all the wrong reasons, as per usual, and they just saw all the things they can turn into money and keeping people playing the game. I mean, I have a fear, like a literal fear, about what will happen in a few years now that Elden Ring exists, right? Elden Ring exists, and it's this, oh boy, what will developers come up with, or companies, not necessarily developers, but actually publishers come up with, to say, okay, we want this in our game. And they are seeing it for all the bad reasons. Like, as I said before, the whole idea of difficulty. I have a feeling we will see a lot of games with crazy difficulty in the foreseeable future, because they truly believe that this is what made Elden Ring and the Souls series so well known out there. Don't get me wrong, yeah, I know, they had this fun little campaign when Dark Souls 1 came to the PC with the Prepare to Die edition, and that you were dying in this video game so often. Wow, that's something new. I get it. It was a great marketing campaign. But the reality is, Dark Souls and Elden Ring are not good because they are tough. As I said before, in my opinion, if they would remove like how hard those games are, I would still enjoy the shit out of them, because they are really good games with really, really good RPG mechanics. But as I said, some publishers will look at Elden Ring and bastardize the whole game. And this is what I'm seeing here in this picture. The levels, the currency, probably the different rarities on equipment and weapons. Like, it's not there because it makes sense gameplay-wise. It's there that you can probably sell some shit afterwards in the item shop. And it's unfortunate. It's really unfortunate. Speaking of game releases, so Forspoken is coming out next week, and they have now posted the PC system requirements. Yeah, what can I say? It's wowzers. Absolutely wowzers. You need at least 16 gigabyte of memory. If you want to play it on ultra settings, you need 32 gigabyte of memory, or 24 on recommended. Then we have the CPU, which is not too bad. Like, the CPU stuff is actually not too bad. Like, that's pretty alrightish. Pretty much the standard. You need a high GPU, which was also to be expected, because let's be real here. The game looks gorgeous. It's a very pretty tech demo. Like, I said it before and I will say it again. It's a very pretty tech demo. And those are the recommendations for 720p, 4040p, no 1080p, which is kind of weird because 1080p is still the most used resolution in gaming, at least if you're trusting the Steam numbers. And then we have 4K, but this is like 30 FPS, 30 FPS, 60 FPS. Huh? That you were giving me the minimum requirements with 30 FPS, I get it. It's minimum, right? It's like you can boot up the game and you can play it in a feasible state. Even though I have to say 16 gigabyte is like, wow, that's the minimum. Okay. But 4040p, 30 FPS, a 3070, or an RX 6700 XT? Like, this is for 30? No. The answer for this is no. And then, this is the crazy part, 150 gigabyte. And this is another super weird thing. Minimum is an HDD, recommended is an SSD, and Ultra is an NVMe. What? How does that work? Like, as somebody who has been looking a little bit into HDDs, SSDs, and NVMEs when I bought my NVMe, and I wanted to see what the differences are. To my knowledge, that is not how game development works. Like, you have an output of data from your game, and you need a certain speed on your hard drive, on your drive, to make that happen. If you cannot keep up with that, you will basically have areas in the game which cannot be loaded, or they are not loading fast enough, and you have those white batches, right, where the world is not there and it slowly builds up. This is why HDDs are slowly being phased out for gaming, because they're shit for that. This is why more and more developers are now focusing on SSDs, and they would love to just go with NVMEs, but they're still pretty expensive, so they cannot really do that. So it's kind of weird that when those requirements are changing, so does what you need. Like, sure, when you play on 4K, you are sending much more data out because, well, 4K textures and all that, but that is still like a bit weird. And then 150 gigabyte or more? What? 150 gigabyte. Like, the more I'm reading, like, don't get me wrong, I totally acknowledge that the game looks gorgeous. I have seen the game. It looks gorgeous. It totally does. But this screams a little bit unoptimized to me. I truly have the feeling that I'm looking at some system requirements here which have not been optimized for the PC. And to be brutally honest, wouldn't surprise me one bit with Square Enix. They have a history of just giving us some shitty PC ports. I'm not a fan of it. So, yeah, this screams a bit unoptimized. And yeah, especially the 32 gigabyte of RAM. Holy shit. Like we have a lot of games nowadays when you are going to recommended / ultra, like you're cranking up everything, they're ending up at 16 gigabyte. Their minimum spec is for 95% of the games out there, the ultra spec. And again, this screams unoptimized to me. But that's just my thoughts. We will see how it runs when the game is coming out next week. Yeah. We will find that out. Yup. Oh yeah, one quick note. Fantastic. The creators of The Day Before has now announced in the Discord that, and I quote them here, "We are pleased to inform you that the wait for news regarding our game release is coming to an end. After careful consideration and discussion with our leadership team, we have received approval to share the information you have been eagerly anticipating." Wow, that is such a corporate drivel speech. What? This month, we will be releasing raw gameplay footage as per the numerous requests received from our community. Oh, how benevolent. Thank you. This footage will showcase a majority of the features and gameplay elements requested by our community and will provide a clear glimpse into the current state of development for The Day Before. We hope you enjoy it. Again, wow, that's some corporate message if I have ever seen one. So lifeless and dead. But then again, so is probably the game, because the things we have already heard from the development team for The Day Before, rough, very rough. But here's the thing, it's like, this sounds like a game who doesn't come out soon. Like, yeah, we will finally show you some footage and this and that is happening. And it's like, really? Because the last time I checked, this game is supposed to come out in March? Was it March? And I'm really, really wondering about that, because we haven't seen anything about this game yet because of this super short snippet, which looks more like The Division than anything else. But my point is, like, this game is coming out in 2 months, and you treat it as if the game is still another 1 or 2 years away. Like, hey, we are finally, March 1st, we are finally showing you footage of the game, and this will be the first time, and then you know what is going on with the development of the game and all that. And it sounds very much as if the game is definitely not coming out March 1st. Or if it comes out, it will be a broken piece of hot garbage. Yeah. So we have to see. I would definitely be here for it. And if it's vaporware, I would take it apart, as per usual. Speaking of taking apart, how about we are talking about Atomic Heart? Yes. As it looks like, a lot of websites out there were finally able to play Atomic Heart. Yep. It seems like they were finally able to play Atomic Heart, and reviews are now dropping. So let's watch 10 minutes of raw gameplay footage at GameSpot. And I will also record that for my React channel. Yeah, because Atomic Heart is always doing great numbers. So let's do that. But before we do that, haha, let me drink something. Me. Hello and welcome to another React video here on my channel. My name is ChaosMole, and today we have 10 minutes of Atomic Heart combat and puzzle, which was recorded by GameSpot. And Atomic Heart is coming out in just a few weeks, and it seems like now a good chunk of websites and magazines had a chance to just play the game for hours. Now, of course, they cannot show us all those hours of gameplay, but they can talk about it and they can give us some quick videos. So, without further ado, let's jump right into the gameplay and let's see what Atomic Heart has to offer. Shall we? Okay, there's driving. Yes, also if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and to subscribe. I would appreciate it. So this is the... what the heck? Are those chainsaw heads? Yeah, this is the open world component as far as we know.
How do you like that? How do you like that, gearhead?
Oh, what is that voice? It's one of those things... Man, that dude is not a great shot. It's one of the things I came to not like in newer video games, like when every side character and every character you are playing basically has to say something in the middle of the fight. It's like, let me just enjoy the atmosphere here. Oh, is that... oh, they froze him. That was cool. Man, the design of those enemies just look bizarre, and I love it. Ooh. Especially that thing. What is that? I want that. Somebody saw Chainsaw Man and was like, we need that in our game. The abilities look pretty cool. Also, what is that in the background? Oh, those are mountains, isn't it? Yeah, it's not like the quality is not the greatest, unfortunately. Blame YouTube. And the bitrate. It's like if you're not uploading stuff at 4K, the bitrate is just going to shit nowadays with 1080p. It's annoying as hell. Pet the saw blade, puppy. I mean, it's a forbidden pet, and you can only do it once in your life, but yes. Pet the saw blade, puppy. I totally agree on that. Oh, yeah, by the way, for everyone who is watching this on YouTube afterwards, I'm streaming this right now. On YouTube, funny enough. You can check out the main channel at ChaosMole or youtube.com/ChaosMoleFX. Of course, partner channel. Wait. I love the... man, look at the world design. I love how great this looks. Oh, wait. What? Oh, that's reinforcement. Oh, that's bad. I mean,
Let's see what you got.
it's not really bad. It's more chainsaw puppies. And I love them. They're so cute. Murderous, but cute. Ooh. Did you just...
Get over here.
No, don't say that. You're only allowed to say "get over here" in the tone of "get over here."
Comrade Major, based on the enemy's alert level data, you are fucked.
Alright. Oh yeah, there's more reinforcements coming. So it seems like you were getting like an endless barrage of enemies coming from those things in the sky? There are a lot of enemies here. I wonder how that would feel in the game itself. God, that McGordon music. I know the voice of the voice actor, and I don't know why, but I have the feeling he is doing anime TV shows. I have definitely heard that voice before. Yeah, there are a lot of enemies. Cow! And now the enemies gave up? Well, no, they're not. How convenient. So it's more like a...
Robots to kill people. As I mentioned earlier, Victor Petrov is a talented engineer. Major, why didn't you use his challenge? So many enemies here.
Also, he is weirdly quiet. Yeah, there... It feels more like a... Far Cry? That's not what I expected from the game. I will be very honest. That is so not what I expected from this game. I thought maybe it would be more like Bioshock. It looks still very Bioshocky. But this is clearly an open world game.
How about this? Show me what you got.
What is it called? Yeah, he... Oh, there we go.
Ugh, this tunnel's messed up. It's gonna be a bumpy ride.
That looks cool. Ooh. What the heck? You saw that? Yeah, there are people like hanged by the cables. Ooh. Okay, that's messed up. I love it. And down you go.
Fuck. I knew it was gonna be rough.
I have to say,
Shit. You again. Careful. There's a gap up ahead. I see it.
I think the protagonist should have stayed silent. Not gonna lie. I think he should have stayed silent. He's like those annoying streamers, you know, who are always talking in videos, or YouTubers who do those, what is it called, react videos, and then they are talking about like all the gameplay scenes and you cannot really enjoy it yourself, and they are talking and talking and talking and talking and they never stop. Oh, that's basically what the protagonist is doing here. And yes, I understand that I am that YouTuber and streamer. But see, I don't need a second YouTuber slash streamer in my video games doing the same shit.
Two more left. Gee, are you sure?
Is that considered a puzzle? Hope not, because it's not very puzzle-y.
It's a good thing the pipe's opening's in the next room and not over by the birch tree.
Oh, you can like get something out of them? Like resources? I wouldn't necessarily call this a puzzle. This is pretty straightforward. Cool idea though. I like that.
Okay, second one's all set.
Also, you cannot see it. This is the official GameSpot footage, but they have clearly blurred out something in the top left corner where my camera is. Like maybe it's the IP. I had to blur out. It looks more like a logo. And now it's gone in this shot. Man, this room looks amazing. I wasn't impressed too much by what we have seen in the outside world.
Canister filled. Please eject the canister.
But... ew! What the... And now we are swimming through the birth channel. That looks cool. I really love this. The super sci-fi-esque.
Please insert another canister.
Well, that was already 10 minutes. Short and sweet, as they say. That was pretty good. Definitely enjoyed it. It seems like most of the people who...
Launch of Atomic Heart.
Let me see, there's also an IGN video, if you want to watch that. And they definitely show a little bit more.
Angry androids. The good news is that after going hands-on with the first couple of hours of a near-final build of the game, this Bolshevik Bioshock seemed as though it could be well worth the wait. Its
That's
superpowered
good.
combat, fascinating story, and spectacular setting all appear to be clicking seamlessly into place to form a cohesive whole, blinking into vibrant life like one of its many deadly assembly line creations.
Yeah. That's cool. I can put that into the link if you want to watch it and to get their thoughts, but I don't really want to keep you for too long. As I said, this looks pretty amazing. I'm looking forward to play the game when it's come out in March. February? March? February. It's coming out in February. God damn it. Time is a weird thing. And also, it will be available on Xbox Game Pass day one for PC and Xbox. And again, this looks pretty exciting to say the least. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like and to subscribe. Also keep in mind that this is just my React channel. The main channel is at youtube.com/ChaosMoleFX or just at ChaosMole if you want to make it easy on you. And then we have also the Mole Under Management channel where I'm playing a lot of like city builder games, management games, like a lot of the more cozy management simulation games at Mole Under Management. But again, thank you so much for watching. I'm looking forward to Atomic Heart. I hope you enjoy it as much as I will hopefully do. And then I will see you next time. Stay safe. Bye-bye. All right. Let's listen to what they have to say. I didn't want to put the preview into the video. I just realized that. Let's listen to what they have to say, because I'm still a little bit on the fence of this game.
Streets of Chalamet City floating high among the clouds, all the way down to the shadowy subterranean depths of the ruined Vavilov facility, where a violent robot uprising has wiped out almost all human workers. Weapons and skills are doled out fairly slowly in this initial stretch, and with only a fireman's axe and limited shells for my shotgun, I found myself favouring stealth wherever possible. So it's just as well that the earliest upgrades you unlock are the abilities to track enemies through walls and shock the dandelion surveillance cameras in order to avoid alarm-raising detection.
Cool.
On the occasion that I did alert a guard to my presence, the stiff challenge presented by Atomic Heart's early enemy types came as a bit of a shock to my system. or indeed a system shock, if you prefer. These resilient Terminator types
Get out
ignore
of the
cover
IGN.
in favour of making a beeline to deliver you a beatdown. And even if you manage to circle, strafe and dash in order to create some distance, they're still
you don't have
liable
a
to
lot of
open up their animatronic
ammunition.
maws and blast hot laser death in your direction.
Sounds like my
I must
girlfriend.
admit to perishing a few times early on as I got to grips with the rhythms of the weighty melee combat system, but that struggle grew into a sense of satisfaction as I unlocked alternate attacks and gradually became more capable of turning these robot Ruskies into sparking shafts.
Yeah, is it
of
just me or does the
Soviet
hit
scrap.
not look very satisfying when you hit somebody?
As I explored deeper into the darkened corners of Atomic Heart's first facility, I was pleasantly surprised by numerous examples of intelligent design. Rummaging through corpses and cabinets for ammo and crafting materials is a cumbersome yet...
Okay, here's the thing. The one thing I really have to put out there. I get it. You probably want to make the protagonist look very manly. This is why you gave him like hair on their arms. But it looks absolutely shit. Why do you have to do that? Yeah, it's that you can see that he is male. It's like, yeah. Just, it looks shit.
necessary evil in most
It
other
looks shit.
first-person shooters. So being able to swiftly
Remove the
vacuum
hand.
up a room's worth of items with a wave of your AI-enhanced glove, like you're sucking up gold coins from a level in Luigi's Mansion, is a welcome time saver. That's not to say
That's
you
neat.
aren't still rewarded for taking your time to pore over every inch of your surroundings, and I enjoy the occasional optional
Hey, nice.
diversions, like pausing to watch Soviet spins on Looney Tunes cartoons, or to make prank calls in a public phone booth.
Is your refrigerator running?
Yeah, and it's coming to get you, kid.
Ah, crap.
Of course, if you're going to fill your game with mechanical maniacs, then you're going to need a soundtrack that's equally heavy with metal. And as a big Doom fan, I was delighted when composer Mick Gordon's signature detuned guitars and double-kick drums surged through the speakers to accompany a boss fight against a hulking robot wrecking ball that pinballed around
We
the
have seen
arena
this
like
before.
an over-caffeinated chain chomp. Gordon's ability to masterfully pair head-banging riffs with headshots like some sort of first-person shooter sommelier is not to be understated, and Atomic Heart's more intense action sequences are made all the more invigorating as a result of his involvement. While I couldn't get enough of the heavy metal shredding that accompanied the shredding of heavy metal, I'm yet to be completely won over by Atomic Heart's mouthy main star. Agent P3's quips aim for action hero style swagger, but come across as something closer to the repetitive trash talking of a 14-year-old Fortnite fan.
Yeah, that's something I've noticed.
And given Atomic Heart appropriates so much from the likes of Half-Life 2, Bioshock, and Doom, at times I did find myself wishing it had poached one of their silent protagonists while it was at it.
Yep, that's what I thought in the trailer.
I did at least appreciate the bluntness of your AI partner, Charles.
It was a pleasure serving with you, Major P3. Unfortunately, you are about to be killed.
There's also a slight concern that the wide open spaces in between Atomic Heart's 5 main facilities may be lacking in interesting things to discover. While I definitely enjoyed testing out my electroshock and force slam abilities on groups of patrolling sentries, and then frantically scrambling to take down the repair bots before they could resurrect their tin can comrades, I couldn't help but notice that my surroundings were seemingly populated by the same handful of farmhouses and drivable vehicles in the short amount of time I spent exploring one corner of the overworld.
That's what I
This
feared
is
a
in
bit.
contrast to the opening of the game in Shelomay City, which looks dense with unique
that
detail
looks
but can only
cool.
be experienced in a very linear fashion. That said, even if the open world area does merely serve as a place to blast robotic hordes to bits in order to farm for spare parts to craft with, it seems like there will be enough creativity contained within Atomic Heart's main facilities to sustain the adventure. From underground labs with bodies of water suspended in air that you can swim through in order to quickly evade attackers, and various puzzle rooms to neatly take advantage of your growing suite of glove-based powers.
What do I do now? Lug this shit to the boiler myself?
My short time with
Shut
Atomic
up,
Heart
dude.
definitely left me with my curiosity piqued and my pulse racing, and if it can sustain its intrigue and ingenuity for the full length of its journey, it could be something very special indeed. For more previews of upcoming games, check out our hands-ons with Sons of the Forest and Fire Emblem Engage.
All right. I mean, I have a fear that they added the open world just cause. and I'm not won over by the open world yet. And the talking main character. My god. He is pretty rubbish, isn't he? Ooh, Stranded Alien Dawn got another... or gets a new update. Ooh, you can tame and train aliens now. Man, I really have to go back. Oh, I really have to get back to that game. All right, babe. All right. Ow. Man. All right, chat. Are you ready for some control? Let's play some control. Let's play some control. I'm sorry if I'm yawning. I am super sleepy and I don't know why. Like super sleepy. I had some good sleep. Didn't go to bed too late. It's kind of weird. Kind of weird. But nonetheless, I want to play some control. So let's do this. Yes. Oh yeah, one last thing, as long as we're loading in here. If you're wondering why Mole in the morning has been pretty short as of late, A, I want to play more video games. B, there's not much going on. Like, it's just not much going on right now. Oh yeah, I unlocked a new outfit. Let me see. Let me see something. So I will admit that if I'm playing for myself, Control, I have cranked up everything to maximum. Like this is 4040p, ultra settings, ray tracing is active, like all of the ray tracing. Like this is the ray tracing now.
I need the containment protocols for every altered item or object.
And I'm looking at my GPU usage and my CPU usage. My CPU is relatively okay. My CPU is running at 50% usage right now. But my GPU is like between 70 and 90%. Oh, look at this beautiful ray tracing. Look at this. So pretty. But I think 90% is the highest I'm getting here. So we might actually be able to play this without having to lower the ray tracing a little bit. It stays at 60. So I will just say that maybe we'll see what happens when the destruction and the fighting begins. And I might have to... Oh, look at that ray tracing. Look at it. So beautiful. Yeah, again, like we might have to recompensate if it goes down. But yeah, it's good to me right now. Okay. Yeah, I've not tested it on stream. Okay. You're also sleeping. You have to go shopping. Oh, thankfully I was shopping yesterday. So we have unlocked the DLC, which is called A Dark Place. Let me put myself here. As I said before, I had to rush through the game to get here because my save file was gone and I couldn't put in a new save file. There were multiple issues with it, so I had to rush to this point. That means that unfortunately Jesse here is a little bit under-leveled and under-equipped. I have 2 weapons, my pistol and my sniper rifle. I don't even have the shotgun. Can I craft the shotgun now? I am like... oh boy, oh. Oh, I have 4 ability points. Yeah, give me more health, please. I have the feeling I would need that. Ooh. Construct spin. Shatter. House memory. I don't have house memory. Yeah. I would love to get the shatter. Upgrade piercer. Ritual impulse. We will see. We will make it happen. I have full trust in my gamer abilities. Yeah, it's called The Dark Place. That's the DLC, how it starts. I had to get there.
Darkness engulfed the elevator. There was something there, reaching for her, trying to make her act. It was a distress call. Phaeton sensed a drowning man.
Oh my.
A hunger in the dark. Investigation sector.
Investigation sector, huh?
Well, well, well. The plot thickens. Seems like Alan Wake is still writing his story. That's interesting. Investigation sector. Oh, that's new. Well, let's go there. Also realized I've installed this game on my SSD and not on my NVMe too. What? Whoa. Oh. Oh shit, look at that. Well, that's a big map. Damn. We will be here a while, it seems.
Hello? Anyone here? Guess not.
How totally not surprising. Man, that's dark. Oh, we have to go there. Polaris is showing us the way. What is that? Tractor no, I missed it. Damn it! Where is it? Oh god. Oh, there it is. Tractor supplement. Borrow tractor. Miscommunicating led to a local coroner examining the body of William Borrow. Whoops. Borrow William, male, Caucasian. Case summary. 33-year-old man found dead on his property per police report. Remains obtained for coroner's office. Corona. Yeah, no, coroner. Office also include blood, urine, bile, stomach contents, and bone fragments. Autopsy findings: blunt force injury in the head, a laceration left ear cheek, blunt force injury extremities, dislocation right knee, complete avulsion of the right upper extremity with associated fracture of the proximal right humerus. I wonder what killed him then. Extensive trauma, abdominal region. Completely avulsion of multiple organs, including stomach, heart, liver, pancreas, kidney, and portions of the large and small intestines, all missing from the scene. Oh, goody. Conclusion: it's my opinion that Mr. Borrow's death is not a result of a mechanical accident as claimed by authorities. The removal of organs is consistent with animal attack. Oh, well, that sounds splendid, doesn't it? Resignation letter. To whom it may concern. That's my opener for everything, basically. It is with great anger and regret that I tender my resignation as head of investigations for the Federal Bureau of Control. I do this in protest of the rampant disregard for my department's blank. My staff cannot continue to work in these conditions. Previous requests and warnings have fallen on deaf ears, so I must now only rely on my actions to speak louder than my words ever could. I blame this situation on our who has routinely ignored my request for assistance in reclaiming the parts of the investigation sector lost to the loose inside. Oh, good. I will never forget the screams of brave agents begging for us to open that firebreak. I will carry that shame for the rest of my days. The has failed his agents. I shall never forgive him for that. I assume he is blaming the director? So they were losing points to... Or they were losing all of it, really, to...
Seems a lot more crowded than the rest of the Bureau.
It does! Yeah, everyone's like super close and all that. What do we have here? God, I love those investigation reports. Per authorization, internal investigation was launched in its ethical practices. Oh, Casper Darling, head of research. Despite the accounts of Anonymous regarding inhumane treatment of her currently housed in the Bureau, our official findings regarding this were inconclusive. Numerous obstacles arose during this investigation. The majority of the the investigation sector personnel seemed to be wholly unaware of any such object contained there. One confirmed the code name to be, but all files painting to that name were inaccessible, being classified under the highest clearance level. Investigators were similarly blocked from entering the research wing to interview its staff. The matter was further complicated by the lack of clarity on whether non-human paranatural entities warrant humane treatment. While this investigation cannot address any charges against Dr. Darling, we do recommend an investigation into research. Like, what? So you're telling me that you couldn't do your research because this place has gone to shit, and your conclusion is, well, we couldn't do anything because this place went to shit, so don't dwell on it? Weird. This is from Mr. Gleason. Okay. Possible lead on the Wake case. Oh my. Mr. Dennis. A request came through recently from an FBI agent asking for all our files on Bright Falls, specifically on the disappearance of the author Alan Wake. Per the Interagency Information Exchange Agreement, I had some paper pushers gather up a folder of all the pre-approved files. Don't worry, all the inappropriate material is either missing or redacted. But I'm writing to let you know that we received this request from a special agent named Alex Casey. Sounds familiar, right? That's because Alex Casey is the name of the fictional detective in those hard-boiled crime books Alan Wake wrote. Yeah! Pretty interesting that an FBI agent sharing a name with the most famous character Wake wrote is looking into a case dealing with a writer's fiction coming true. I think this is worth looking into. But what's your opinion? Did Alan Wake actually create Casey so that people could figure out what happened to him or something? That would be interesting. Oh man, you only have a short time to hit that. Missing agents. Mr. Kirkland. Here are latest agents confirmed missing, presumed dead from the containment breach yesterday. Corner, Cruz, Dempsey, Malcolm, Murray, Shah. Network engineer checked how many cases were backed up digitally. Unfortunately, a large number of the active investigation were not achieved yet, and only hard copies of report exist behind the firebreak. They're lost, I'm afraid. And there's the firebreak, and we are supposed to go there. Great! I'm already looking forward to that one. Staffing issue. Mr. Dennis. So, yes, there's an increase in AWE cases, and yes, it would be a good idea to put together a special task force to examine exactly why that is. However, it seems that a tiny little... Man, what is going on today with my reading? It's horrible. That a tiny little detail has slipped through the cracks. Little... Man, I'm spitting here. Through the cracks. We don't have the damn staff. If you expect us to detect, investigate, and process more AWE, you need to give us more people. It's simple math. Yeah, no, most companies have shown that that math can be ignored. Between the staff we lost in the Hartman thing and the ones who left for other departments after Kirkland quit, we are barely managing to keep up with the workload. Hell, just filling the paperwork for all the altered items we left behind in the sector has been an ordeal. Another thing, and this is going to sound paradoxical, but we have an overcrowding situation. This lobby isn't meant to accommodate a whole sector worth of staff. We put forward a motion to move investigating to a more suitable location months ago. I'd better not still be sitting on your desk. The people are getting restless, and as Kirklock's interim replacement, it's your job to handle it. Agent Grayson. Interesting. So, this is the entry hall, which is not meant for so many people. But they had to get here because... Also, can I go here? Yes, I can. Or not. Oh no, I can. Oh, we would definitely investigate. Keystone inspection. Mr. Kirkland, we stopped at Keystone on our way to the target. Like you asked, I'm sending my report directly to you to try and keep a lid on this Grumman Morel's desertion issue. We didn't find any sign of them there. Given their record, it is possible they have switched teams, like you suspected. But I don't think that's the case. An event definitely occurred here in Keystone, and I think Grumman and Morales got caught up in it. The entire population has vanished into thin air. Reminds me of the ordinary case. But that was just the adults, if I'm remembering file correctly. This is different. I think our guys are casualties, not traitors. If it was an AWE, it seems to be over. We walked through the whole town, and the only strange thing we noticed were markings on various buildings. 2 overlapping circles, with a dot in the shared space. Could be unrelated. I'll show you the picture when I get back. That's in the Ocean Motel. The place where you basically travel from place to place. One of the doors has that sign in it, and you were never able to open it. Yep. You were never able to open it. You only opened the Black Pyramid. Oh. Well, hello there. Item is not Burrow Custody. None known. A Frank Elk tractor, olive green, dry blood on the grill when last seen. Item is capable of vocalized response or growls. An unmanned locomotion, considered highly aggressive and dangerous. Yeah, that's probably the thing which is running rampant here. The item first came to the Burrow's attention after the death of William Burrow, owner of Burrow Farm outside of Trenton, Texas. Local authorities arrived on scene after an employee found the mutilated body of Mr. Burrow beneath his tractor. Police arrived, but were immediately driven away by the tractor. Panicked calls to federal authorities were intercepted by Bureau communication staff. A team was dispatched. Upon arrival, the agents approached the item. It responded by growling like a bear. 3 agents were injured when they tried to detain the item, which escaped. Aerial researches for the item are ongoing. Speaking to Mrs. Burrow only revealed that she had a domestic altercation with Mr. Burrow earlier the night of the incident. Where these events are connected is currently unknown. Oh, did the tractor defend the wife? Yeah, that would be crazy. This is my house tractor. He watches over the house. Be careful, he's very aggressive. He doesn't like strangers. Oh boy. Mr. Kirkland, internal investigation, blah 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 blah. Since all known subjects relevant to the investigation used executive privilege to decline interviews, very little first-hand information was gathered. However, anonymous sources and documentation declassified by Mr. Kirkland both paint an alarmingly clear picture of the systematic and were brought into the oldest house and placed under examination and testing with the aim of appointing one as director upon maturity. This program has produced no successful cases and only resulted in the traumatic of paranormally inclined. Not only is this in breach of the Ash Act, but it flies in the face of basic human redacted, probably decency. This investigation team unequivocally the prime candidate program and recommends that it be shut down immediately, probably. Yeah, that prime candidate thing. I mean, that didn't end well. So, where's the thing? Where's the power cell? There's a power cell here. I cannot take that. I thought I saw another power cell which is going up. Am I really that blind? Let's go this way first. Still have a note here. Sorry if there's so much reading. I love the reading. Oh shit, here it goes. Cauldron Lake update to Chief Investigator Dennis. It happened again. 3rd time this year. Someone certainly has it out for our... could be raccoons. Locals certainly complain about them enough, but why the hell would raccoons keep going after the monitoring station? Doesn't add up. Anyway, I got a bureau tech going to the site next week to take a look. Next on the list of recurring problems is the staff at the Lake House Research Station. How am I supposed to actively keep an eye on Cauldron Lake, I assume, if they won't let me see any data? Hell, I don't even know what they are researching out there. We need to petition them again to share the info with investigation agents. It's only a matter of time before this shit hits again, and I want to be prepared. Anyway, if anyone at HQ asks why the Bright Falls report is a little thin this month, tell them it's because we couldn't take any readings. In the meantime, I might invest in some raccoon traps. Estevez. Hey, Chaos. How you doing, man? Good day to you. So, let me recap here for a second. We have a special part of the Bureau which was looking into everything. They were understaffed. They have an object of power running rampant. And basically the leadership of the Bureau was okay with this. They were ignoring them. I mean, we know that the leadership basically of the Bureau was pretty much corrupt when we arrived. Like, they were not just corrupted by the hiss, but they were pretty shitty human beings, to say the least. So, wouldn't be too surprised. Wow, there's so much stuff here. Man, the ray tracing looks too good. Look at this. I think Control is the only game which really implemented ray tracing well. Like, they did such an amazing work on this. When I see so many games who are using ray tracing and it just puts a huge burden on your hardware, but never really fully utilizes it. This game is just doing it so well. It's not just the glass, it's also the lighting. Right, the diffuse lighting they're using, the shadows, of course. Like, they're doing so much right in Control. And yes, I've cranked up ray tracing on everything. And it's running really well. It's running really well. That's the other crazy part here. So, let's have a look. What do we have here? Recent change in witnessed in Director Trench, including aggressive when with other staff, has been observed. However, this investigation is aimed at interpreting the issue rather than proving it. Notable between Director Trench and Dr. Darling has been witnessed by numerous bureau staff fights. Although both declined to meet for an interview on the matter, witness accounts suggest their arguments center around the Dimensional Research Wing and the Hadron kept inside. Yep, that's where they kept Hadron. However, no evidence exists to confirm Director Trench's allegation as anything more than interpersonal disagreements. This investigation has concluded that Director Trench's behavior is not indicative of any issues and that his fitness to lead is not in question. Yeah, about that. And totally not that he was already controlled by the hiss, right? No? No? Okay, cool. I mean, totally normal being controlled by an outwardly entity. Official findings report. Head of investigation. Dr. Raya Underhill is a professor at the University of Woodrow in the United Kingdom, where she teaches biology with a focus on botany. Dr. Underhill once worked with the Bureau as a parabotanist stationed in the research sector of the oldest house. She served with no incidents or demerits and is praised by those who formerly worked with her, including Dr. Darling. Dr. Underhill has no known connection to para-criminal organizations or any record of breaching her NDA since leaving the Bureau. Her civilian behavior has been ideal, with the exception of an ongoing personal relationship with Dr. Darling that appears to have begun during their times as co-workers in the research sector and revisited intermittently ever since. Depending on the duration of her work in the oldest house, it may be required to have both parties sign a relationship clearance form. This investigation has found no compelling reason to deny Dr. Darling's request to offer Dr. Underhill an interim position with the aim of finding a solution to the mold threshold issue. Yeah, it's kind of weird. They have been... The investigation sector so far seem to be everywhere. It's not... Yes, they are doing internal investigations, but they also check out AWEs and stuff. Like, it seems like this is a sector which had far too many things to work on, but didn't have the people to really supplement that behavior. It's kind of weird. Oh, a health boost. Oh, we already have one. Yeah, they investigate everything. Kirkland, I'm growing tired of your blatant attempt to lay your incompetence at my doorstep. I know you want this to be true, but you are a head of investigations. This failure is your responsibility. What do you think would happen holding a dangerous specimen in investigations? The containment sector exists for a reason. They're better trained and better equipped for this type of work. In fact, They have admirably taken on certain AWE monitoring responsibilities that your staff are no longer capable of. This happens more and more now. And don't think your petty internal investigations have gone past my notice. You're a worm. Everything I've done has been for the benefit of the Bureau. The Prime Candidate program only failed because of Darling. You're both failures, plotting against me. You're traitors. Both the truth will emerge out of you. You are choosing to become my enemy in Kirkland. You don't want to be. Zachariah Trench, traitor of the Federal Bureau of Control, as we know. So Kirkland was right. He was right. He was a traitor. He was the bad guy all along. And then he got shot. Mole, he shot himself. No, really. No. We know that he basically got shot by the service weapon. Where is the little box thingy? And the service weapon is controlled by the board. I know that we have to put it here, but where is the box? We cannot... Can we take that? Oh my god, we can take that. Are you serious? Oh, that's interesting. Because normally you cannot take them. Yeah, normally you cannot remove them from their slot. That's why I was so weirded out.
There. Now that gate should open.
There we go. You always can. Nah, not when they are locked in like that. And I didn't saw that they were not locked in. I was my brain was doing putting the pieces together. Good morning, Sakura. Oh god, here we go. The purpose of internal investigation X number is to examine the containment failure of specimen, that word, SI-1 that resulted in the deaths of probably 10 agents. An inspection report of the containment equipment 3 days earlier showed no faults. Investigators suspect human error to be the cause, yet no department has provided any evidence to support this. Technicians were able to recover the research notes on the specimen from the internal network. On the the specimen began displaying a sharp increase in aggressiveness. Cross-referencing the date with various logs found only 2 events inconsistent with the sector's daily routine. The air filters were changed, and hour prior to the incident, a civilian named Alice entered the sector regarding an unrelated investigation. Wake? Alice Wake? Give the connection to the same AWE case. It's like that Mrs. Presence is relevant to the specimen escape and to the ongoing. Hey, no spoilers, I'm just talking to myself here. And good morning, Sakura, how are you doing? Good morning.
I'm no detective, but something definitely happened here.
You think so? The Blessed Organization. This group individual has operated outside of the Bureau's notice for decades, perhaps longer, displaying a level of skill and caution rarely seen in para-criminal groups. A review of past cases has found various mentions of their activity over the years. In 2016, a production company called Blessed Pictures, was connected to an altered item case, as well as the death of an agent from exposure to illicit paranatural materials. In 1994, a Los Angeles-based public speaker named Chester Blass was involved in the illegal use of altered items. In 1988, a business called Blessed Repair and Service was suspected of involvement with an object of power case, perhaps even creating it. And none of these businesses or individuals have ever been located. However, their connection to the appearance of altered items and objects of powers, is too direct to be considered circumstantial. An arrest order has been issued for any person believed to be involved with the Blessed organization. Interesting. Here we go. The rule of 3 applies.
Do we know each other? This feels familiar. I can't seem to... I've forgotten it. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we know that he is forgetting.
My name is Alan Wake.
Well, there we go.
Who are you?
I am Nellen. Not Alan.
Who are you? Do I know you?
I'm your friend Tom. Tom Zane. There's nothing to worry about.
Tom. The poet. The diver. You look different.
That was just a role. A character. The protagonist I played in my old film. I'm a filmmaker. An auteur like yourself. We're working on this together, remember? An artistic collaboration.
Man, he is losing it.
You need a drink.
Here in Night Springs.
Endless darkness. Nothing holds still.
But we're very close now. You've been writing. You found a way to escape. It'll work this time.
Writing?
You found a way!
No. I don't... Wait. There's something. It's my double. He's out there.
Yep.
Yeah. Nothing to worry about.
That's him.
I'm dealing with it. It's fine, my friend. Let me handle him.
You've met him? What the hell?
Now, come on. You misunderstand me.
Yeah, so they were hinting at the other Alan Wake. Something similar you have in Control, right? Where you were fighting...
That was Alan Wake, the writer who went missing in that AWE case I read about.
Yeah, so...
What's he doing here?
You can fight against... Essay.
Zane was with him. The poet.
Essay?
No, wait. He was a filmmaker. I
No, he was a poet. Yeah, like they talked about that. I assume that Alan Wake has something similar inside of him, like another doppelganger thing. They also hinted at that in... Like we played a little bit of the first DLC yesterday from Alan Wake, just a bit, but they were also hinting that Alan is like slowly losing it. He is like slowly losing control. And he is stopping to remembering stuff. No. How about no? Whoa. Why is there a phone? Oh, it's the ray tracing. Is it? Yeah, it's the ray tracing. I was like, why is there a phone outside? It's the ray tracing. Oh, weird. The TV. Okay, oh, it's getting day? No. What's going on? There's the key. Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Dr. Emil Hartman, devoured by hungry darkness, became the thing that had been Hartman. Broke loose, killed everyone it could, lurking, roaming, waiting. Then something else came, a resonance. The thing that had been Hartman went through another change.
What? The heck? Man, this should be interesting. Watch those in the menu, the hotline things. Oh yeah, I don't know why they are doing that. Yeah. Yeah, they're doing this weird thing where they're longer. Oh god. Yeah, there's the first one.
Darkness engulfed the elevator. There was something there. A presence. Jesse Faden could hear it. A call. It was faint, reaching for her from a dark place. Faden was sensitive to visitations. She had them all the time. From her guiding star and the previous director. She was the perfect receiver. As if she'd been made for this. Faden paused to feel it. The force at play here. It was changing things around her, subtle, trying to make her act. Faden didn't like that. Her guide felt it too. Polaris didn't flare up in defense as with the hiss, so it wasn't all bad. Not a hostile transmission. It was powerful, but it was coming from far away, and made weak because of the distance. It was a distress call. Faden sensed a drowning man, a man desperate to escape. She sensed something else, too. A hunger in the dark, not unlike the hostile resonance, waiting. She knew that desperate acts can have grim consequences. It was this, more than the man's despair, that made her follow the call. The elevator lights winked back on. The darkness receded like a memory. There was a new button on the elevator control panel. Investigation Sector. Faden pressed the button. The elevator doors slid shut with practiced bravado.
Yeah, it's so weird that they're doing this.
Dr. Emil Hartman was desperate. The Federal Bureau of Control had stolen his life's work. This was his last chance, his final experiment. What he'd been too scared to do before. Hartman dove into the lake, was taken, devoured by hungry darkness, became the thing that had been Hartman. Only an echo of him remained, fragmented impulses on autoplay, violent, bloodthirsty darkness in the driver's seat. Emerging from the lake, the thing was captured by the FBC, brought in, contained, studied. The thing broke loose, killed everyone it could. The FBC fell back and sealed the sector. The thing was alone in the dark, lurking, roaming, waiting. Something else came. Not darkness, but similar enough. A sound. A resonance. It shouldn't be a surprise. If there's one, why not another? The darkness inside the thing could have been immune, could have resisted, fought, could have been passed by, passed through with no effect. But it didn't, and it wasn't. Maybe it had grown weaker over time, not aged. It was timeless, but weaker with no link to its source. A metamorphosis followed. The thing that had been Hartman went through another change.
Interesting. Okay, cool. Foreshadowing of a boss fight. And there we go. Let's see if we are completely underleveled. Oh yeah, wow, they really sealed this off, huh? Look at this. Yikes. They really wanted to make sure that nobody... Oh no, not one of those. I believe I can fly. Do we have to... No. That doesn't work. That looks cool, but not really what we have to do here. What do we have to do here? I cannot fly over there. I cannot fly that long. That ain't gonna happen. I don't think I can fly over there. I don't have the power for that. Do I really have to get over there? Oh, for fluff's sake. I don't think I can fly that long. Maybe with the height. Here we're going down. They've noticed me. And I'm off. Bye. Whee! See, I told you I can fly here. Have a night, chat. Wow, they completely sealed this area.
Damp and abandoned. Why did Wake want me to come here?
Hello, police. Man, also this area is like... What the heck is going on there? You seen this shit? I have to go to the toilet. Ha! Glad that I did. Shaded facet or facet, depending on how you want to pronounce it. What? That's odd. Just some floaty things. Yeah. Something is multiplying. Look at that. So there is an object of power or something here.
Doesn't look like a house shift.
No, that's not a house shift.
Do I even want to know?
Nope. You do not. Yeah, fair warning. This is, as said before, unfortunately, we might be super underleveled for this. You have to reach a certain point in the story, and my save game was gone because this is apparently the Ultimate Edition. The Ultimate Edition is different than the normal edition, and I couldn't find like a save file for this particular thing on the Epic Store. That's also very important. Plus, I couldn't find the place where to put it. It was a huge mess. So what I did, crazy as I am, I started a new playthrough yesterday night. And I played through 70% of the game in like 3 hours or so. So I rushed through the game. But that also means I'm probably woefully underleveled. And I have 2 weapons, my pistol and the sniper. So, whee! Whee! Ooh, ground slam boost. See, I don't even have like a lot of slots unlocked. I'm literally... Oh, this is giving me health. I like my energy though. The powers are the most important part. I get that, but ground slam damage after weapon hits. I don't even... Yeah. Like I've only done the main missions, so... Hopefully I'm prepared. Oh boy, his level 7? Say what? Okay, we are not woefully underleveled, at least not here. the game is scaling. Yeah, I noticed that. Because funny enough, when I played yesterday, most of my enemies were level 4.
The hiss are already in here.
Oh shit, what is that? Vigorous dodge efficiency. What? Oh shit. Evade cost an element pickup. Huh? Evade cost on element pickup? Wait, what? So when I'm like dodging something, then I'm getting... Huh. But this... Oh, 30% more health. But a lot of health recovery. Man, I need another... I need another slot. I need another slot. Oh yeah, I've leveled the throw, by the way, because the throw is doing so much damage always. Oh. Wake, Alan Anderson, Thor Anderson, Odin. Then move the slaver and then a special agent Remy. Kidnapping of ordered individuals. Code 8. Sanctions against ordered organizations. Obstruction of bureau investigation. Breaching the Ash Act. Offenders Hartman and Emil. Offenders' property seized as evidence to be used in the conjunction with an ongoing AWE investigation. Offenders' personal effects have been sent to research for analysis. After being cleared by bureau researchers, all victims have been released. Biannual surveillance orders were assigned to each except the Anderson brothers due to their senility and Wake, possible deceased. Huh. Especially the brothers. I would have kept an eye on it. Just saying. But that's just me. Okay, do we have everything here? Just making sure that we didn't miss like another... This is a breakable wall. Is it? I have never really break walls here. Not this one. This one? Ah, there. Wow. I think I've never done that. Which is why it never... And this is probably why I never found any hidden locations. Haha! Thank you, chat. Do appreciate that. Ooh, shooter dodge efficiency. Another shaded facade. The picture is always there. Hmm? Good to know. Thank you.
Whoa. Looks like the house has gotten a little wild in here.
Yeah, the house definitely tried to stop something. Okay, we cannot go here yet. Oh, what was that? Loot! I love me a shaded facade. Facade. French. Where do we have to go? We are here, and we have to go right. So, this way. Service tunnel. Oh.
This darkness is blocking the door. So now I have to deal with an interdimensional noise and sentient shadows.
Yeah. Let's up the game a bit. Because they cannot give her light.
Light burns it away, huh? Makes sense.
Don't. Man, ray tracing here, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that beautiful ray tracing and the lights. Ooh, when you throw it, it will be like, whoa, changeable light sources. Magic. Oh, there's another one and another one. Damn. They wanted to make sure that you definitely find the light source, huh? So, we have ray tracing in our game. How about we are bringing back the whole light mechanic from Alan Wake and also... You think he's fine, chat? Like... Maybe when we are doing the Heimlich trick? Maybe? Huh? God, I'm actually kind of curious to see how Alan Wake will look like. The pallet mover? Is it? Where? Oh, this one? I think this is just... Yeah. This game has that often. That when it gets stuck somewhere, things are starting to vibrate. It does. This game, because you have so many things to throw around, it does some weird shit sometimes. Funny enough, it has nothing to do with the... Okay, this is where it continues to go, so that means we're going that direction. Oh, nah, man. I think I have not done... Yeah. I have not done the side. Yeah. Well, that's unfortunate. No, I haven't. How? It's a side quest. Molder's side quest. I have really just... I'm in mission 7 of the main mission because that's what you had to reach to get to this place. And I have not done any side stuff. It's Hartman. Hi. Hi, Hartman. Whoops. My bad. Broke that one, huh? Filling, processing, fire break, operation center, active investigations. So we have to go into active investigations. Okay. Whoa.
The third thing. The sound made darker, the darkness made louder. Hartman was stretched, like a worm through time. The third thing was a monster. Now he crashed out of darkness toward Faden.
Oh. That's... not what I wanted to hear. Wasn't there something I could take with me? Like, how about we are taking the light with us? Yeah. Yeah. Let's have a look at the hotline before we do this. The third thing.
The resonance carves its way through the thing that had been Hartman, vibrating, remolding. The sound changes the darkness, and the darkness changes the sound. They both changed what remained of Hartman. They all turned into something else. A third thing. The sound made darker. The darkness made louder. Hartman was stretched. Stretched as anyone when seen from out of time, like a worm through time. Almost an Ouroboros, a spiral, a maelstrom. The gravity well of a black hole, twisting inward, tightening, taking you deeper and deeper to the bottom, the heart, and through to the other side. The third thing said, when you hear this, you will know you're in new you. He said, we build you till nothing remains. He said, under the conceptual reality, behind this reality, you must want these waves to drag you away. He said, baby, 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 yeah, orange peel. The third thing was a monster. He'd tear apart any ordinary person crossing his path. Now he
orange peel.
Toward Faden. There was nothing ordinary about Faden.
Yeah, baby, yeah, orange peel, man. So... it's kind of interesting that... oh, here's another one. That he calls it... first of all, the light doesn't break, so... he calls it a monster, which is also something he does in the Alan Wake 2 trailer. So I wonder if, like, Alan Wake 2 will continue the story of Control and Alan Wake, but it will be like the His and the Darkness together. Oops. This is just, by the way, just me running my brain here. Type A, a localized manifestation of sentient darkness capable of occupying organic and inorganic material, as well as exerting control over its surroundings. Type B, shaded individuals, human bodies controlled by the shadow. These individuals become notable more aggressive, but do seem to retain parts of their previous selves. Research is ongoing as to whether this condition is reversible. Shaded objects, similar to Type B, except that inanimate objects are controlled solely to be used as destructive tools. Each type seems to work towards a shared goal, possibly targeting certain individuals, which may imply a shared link to something intelligence, which I'm missing. This threat, this entity, poses warrants immediate exploration of offensive and defensive measures. The investigative sector is being outfitted with additional lighting sources, some internally powered to prepare for the eventuality of a breach. Yeah, something.
My understanding of the darkness is fragmented, incomplete. This abyss, this void, it very much does not wish to be understood. If light symbolizes knowledge, then it stands to reason that darkness would equate to ignorance. By its very nature, it abhors comprehension. Of course, my own nature drives me to comprehend all. We are opposing forces, destined to collide. And given this conflict of natures, we know that the light of truth will burn away the darkness, both figuratively and literally. Any significant light source can be used as protection, even weaponry against this metaphysical gloom. And then there are the artists. I know for a fact that Tom, Wake, the Anderson brothers, and Lane all had some involvement with the darkness. The question is whether their uncanny ability to affect reality through their art beckons the darkness, or did their work perhaps even create it? With Wake now secure in my lodge, I expect I shall grow closer to learning the answers to these questions. Assuming he cooperates, which is proving quite the challenge.
Wait, what?
Perseverance is the foundation of knowledge.
What do you mean in your launch?
I must be off on my rounds.
Oh, this was back in the when Hartman. Sorry, I was. Wow. Also ray tracing. Wow, look at that light. Holy shit! Look at the shadows. Holy shit. I was like totally not getting the idea who Hartman was. I had to think about it. I was actually not aware who Hartman was. Now I know. Was the dude who tried to get our manuscript. And I was like, wait, he has Alan Wake right now? No, he doesn't. That was back in the day. A train derailment resulting in 62 casualties and numerous injuries was suspected to have been the work of paracriminal group known as Blast. As a result of this event, the agents discovered that one of the cars had become altered with a persistent auditory event. It remains to be determined whether the AWE, the Alan Wake event, was a spontaneous or direct result of the sabotage. The Bureau had been tracking said group at the time, and the intergather suggested an event of this caliber was imminent in Bloomington. As a result, a response team on the site was able to respond to the train accident site within minutes of its occurrence. They arrived to find emergency process underway, but also equipment left behind by the suspected group. A suspicious onlooker managed to elude agents after they attempted to make contact. Further investigation of the accident site revealed a curiously undamaged train car that exhibited an altered state when entered. This individual car was secured and transported to the investigation sector for further studies. Oh, good. No, like, I wasn't, because I was not having the information who Hartman was. I know you're making fun of me right now, but I have completely forgotten about Dr. Hartman, believe it or not. He was such a important but also totally not important character in the whole Alan Wake story. They completely forgot about him. Not really what I wanted. I wanted that it turns over, but can't win them all. Following the NSA-FBC Coordination Agreement of 1972, the Bureau has provided NSA with numerous technological advancements based on our research, including the black rock lining now found in all spacefaring vessels. In return, all data gathered during space missions is NASA, not NSA. The fun fact is, I first wanted to say NASA, and then my brain was like, nah, that's NSA. Nah, dude, that's NSA. It's been available for Bureau researchers to analyze. Recently, certain individuals have raised the concern that this relationship does not adequately benefit the Bureau, either intellectually or financially. A thorough examination of the cost of accrued by both organizations has shown that the expense of NASA recent launch of the whatever far outweighs any spending related to the processing and delivery of BlackRock from its medium Earth orbit that will provide the Bureau with an unparalleled resource for remotely monitoring and photographing. Oh, is that the space station? The International Space Station, maybe? Okay. Or a spy satellite. Yeah, but maybe they mean the space station. Black market. A black market hub specializing in the trade of occult talismans, relics, and other assorted ceremonial objects, as well as genuine, altered, and paranatural materials, was raided in Czech Republic by a team of special investigators. Unsuccessful attempts by suspects to escape using altered items resulted in numerous casualties, of course, and prevented the Bureau from questioning all participants. Yeah, that was to be expected. The following interrogations revealed that not only is there a vast network of these retailers, but that they seem to be gathering information on altered items and other paranatural materials from the sources unknown to the Bureau. The Bureau concern here is threefold. There's a growing underground market for paranatural materials, which implies a growing awareness of their existing among a niche group of the general public. These criminal individuals do not seem aware of the item's paranatural powers, and their attempts to activate them could prove devastating if done in populated areas. The motivation of these collaterals are largely unknown. Probably money. If I have to take a gander, it's probably money. Oh, look at that. I want my power back. Let's have a look here. Interrogation complaints. Kirkland. So you put me on desk duty is just because I did the thing I was fucking hired to do? My job? Want to know what I call that? Bullshit. Asking us to interrogate these scum without using words like altered items or AWEs or para-criminal is the stupidest thing I've heard in my life, and I've heard some fucking stupid things. They already know the facts. Hell, they know just as much as us, if not more. And they get to sit there laughing at us while we dance around our words trying to not leak classified terminology. They already know the fucking terminology. If you think pulling me off these cases will stop me, then think again. That piece of shit blew up those tracks. He killed those people all to make a train turn altered. We have him dead to rights, and you need to let me back in that interrogation cell so I get him to flip on his buddies. These people are terrorists and deserve to be treated as such. This won't stop unless we stop them. Yeah, so this is super interesting, like for Control 2, which we know is in development. Let's face it here for a hot minute. The Bureau of Control is in a sorry state. Like, it's not completely eviscerated, not completely destroyed, but it is definitely in a state where overlooking the activities around the US is not really possible anymore. like, it was already a mess before all of this happened, thanks to Mr. Trader here being the director. But now that his attack happened, and yes, we cleaned it up, but we lost, like, what, 90% of the Bureau, it seems like. The Bureau is abandoned, the oldest house is still a mess, even though the enemies are just there to imply that you can still do stuff. I'm pretty sure that the Hiss would disappear in the second game. But all things said, the Bureau is not in a sunshine state, to say the least. So what they talked about, like groups outside of the Bureau starting to utilize those paranormal items, I don't think that will bode well.
Agent Fisher, day 6 inside the motel. Utilized surveillance methods are as follows. Fiber optic cameras slid under the individual room doors. Motion detectors in the lobby area. Tripwire, triggering a flash camera across the main entrance. Even fingerprint powder on the front desk. Results are varying at best. But mostly just inconclusive and unusable. The footage is corrupted. Sometimes even the equipment is damaged. I don't know how.
Oh, it's the Ocean Motel, right?
That's the only explanation. I can hear them laughing and screaming behind the closed doors. I can hear the call bell go and ding multiple times a day, but when I look, there's no one there.
That's the Ocean Motel.
I know I'm supposed to stay out of sight, but I've seen the doors closing just before I can catch even a glimpse of anyone or anything. They're messing with me, whoever they are. I think... Wait, shh. There's something. I gotta get this. Gotta get the cable out. Come on, you fiber optic fuck, cooperate. Okay, there we go.
Yeah. Oh.
That was faint, but I definitely heard movement coming from the hallway. I think I might have finally caught one. Ha! The recording better work this time, or I swear to God, I'll... What? Hello? Who's there? Oh, shit. I'm with the FBC. Move away from the door. I have a... Where's my...
I wonder if that was the dude we heard screaming at some point in the game. Probably not, but I mean, it's clear that the Ocean View Motel is an object of power, at least, or a threshold event, and it helps to, like, multiple people can be there, and it can be at every point in the world to connect other things. Like, we have already kind of established that. So let me see. This... Ah! So that was the plan here. Well, we kind of fixed that in itself. Ooh. Oh, I think this is the big power source. But hi! His... Yeah, like the Ocean View Motel has been kind of hinted at to be a place of power, or, well, as I said. And... what the hell? Whoa, did you just dodge that? I think you just dodged that. How did I switch the weapon again? Damn it! I don't know how to switch the weapon again. Not like that. Oh, aiming an axe, yeah. Whoa. Easy there, Fido. That did hurt. Where is he? There he is. Oh boy. Recharging. I need help. Yes. Ow! What the hell, man? Rude! Is there a reason you play a shooter with a controller? I play most third-person games with controller. With this game, probably I shouldn't, but I'm now so used to the control schemes because I played it all yesterday like that, that I would not move away from that. So, yeah. I know it's not ideal. Oh, this is a janitor work orders. Yeah. No particular reason, like as I said, it's a like I start to play every third person game with a controller. I don't even know if my first playthrough was with a controller. Cause he's a heretic. No, like yeah, I don't have a particular reason, interestingly enough. Like I couldn't even, if somebody would be like, oh dude, it's so much better with mouse and keyboard, I couldn't even defend that. I would just be like, yeah, probably it is. Whoa.
I don't feel right. Something in this darkness is draining me.
Okay. Well then let's stay in the light, shall we? There's a power thing, we cannot shooty things. Yeah, the headshot and stuff. It's kind of weird, but again, I'm so used now to the controller schemes. I will manage. Jesus.
Shit.
Well.
Now what?
And now we're just getting.
What is that? So nothing even touches it.
What the everlasting shit, man. I can see it there, but I cannot really do anything. So I can see it moving over there. Oh, I understand. Are you coming? Oh. I'm looking for another power source. Do we only have one? More like, thank you, chat. Oh, there it is. See, instead of stating the obvious, you know, you could have told me where that thing is. I'm aware that we need more power sources, ladies and gentlemen. Might be a dummy, but not that dumb. Not that dumb. Where's the next thing I can connect it to? Am I blind? There it is. Boom. There's another one up there. Oh, great. Hey folks, I'm in the middle of the boss fight here. You want to do a daily? Huh? You are up for a daily chat? It's there, I can see it. Do I have to go there? Boom. He's running out of darkness. Boom. Hey, Hartman. How are you looking? Wow, you look shit.
Yeah, how do you like that?
Right? Bitch. Is more blind? I mean, yes. Also, it's dark. Have you seen the darkness? An excursion into the Oceanview Motel and Casino discovered a previously unseen door in the lobby hallway. This door features a spiral-shaped marking, designation door something, similar to the other doors. It is locked and cannot be forced open. Alice Wake, a person of interest in the Bright Falls AWE, refer to AWE 35 for details, and the former wife of missing author Alan Wake, a suspected pro-utilitarian and writer, contacted agents Shah and Dempsey of the investigation sector using the phone number given to her in 2010 in the accordance with the civilian outreach protocols. The call resulted in Miss Wake being brought into the oldest house for an in-person interview. For full transcript, conclusion determining whether this was a basic synchronicity event, if Alice Wake is responsible for its appearance, or if the door itself relates to AWE 35 is paramount. She should be returned to the oldest house, possibly even taken into the motel itself to confirm if any of the other changes occur. Interesting. Also, reading is hard, chat. Reading is absolutely hard today.
Brian Hennerman, 21 years old, resident of southern Texas.
Ah, Texas.
Sorry, ma'am, but I really don't understand why I'm here.
You know what you did, Mr. Hennerman.
I do?
Tell me about Delivery Disaster.
The movie? I mean, it wasn't very good.
You said, but we'll come back to that. Tell me where you got the movie from.
Movie night with a K, not an N, not night like nighttime, but...
Who contacted you? Who told you to review that film?
No one. I just did it because it looked obscure. I didn't even like the movie. I shouldn't have given such a high score, but reviewing obscure films makes you look smart. And I thought if I looked smart, I would get listeners. My podcast would take off, and I could move out of my parents' basement. And
Oh,
even go to college,
God.
like I've always wanted to. I swear. I swear, I swear, I swear.
Please shoot me.
Okay, the kid doesn't know shit. I'm ending the session.
Give me just 1 second here. I forgot to put my face light on. The kid knows shit. Most of the time I can see in the dark. I don't really get night blind. Wait, what? Where's that coming from? Is it a reference? I don't understand. There was more in here. There was... No, wait, did we got that? I think we got it up here. Yeah. Oh, no. There's another one up here. Yeah. I saw that when we flew around to do the boss fight here. Well, boss fight, not really, but you know what I mean.
Okay, this room is really intimidating and all, but I know my rights.
Oh boy.
It's not a crime to try and get a book signed.
Making unauthorized contact with a dangerous paranatural entity is indeed a Bureau offense, Mr. Langston, and can be prosecuted as such.
Okay. Well, I didn't know that. Listen, this is being blown way out of proportion. All that happened is I heard Dr. Hartman had been brought in, and since I'm a huge Alan Wake fan, I thought it'd be cool to get a copy of The Creator's Dilemma signed. That's a book that Hartman wrote about.
We know what it is.
Okay, good.
This is,
so, yeah, I was just looking to
she
fill out my
sounds
Wake
like...
I certainly didn't know Hartman.
Oh, what's her name?
Kind of shadow zombie.
That's a completely inaccurate description.
Whatever, listen, I'm just a desk jockey. I sort papers, do data entry.
Jim Perry.
See that kind of stuff.
That's Jim Perry.
Don't come down on me like
I always forget the
I
name.
made one mistake.
I'm horrible.
I mean, I see people break the rules all the time, and no one is pulling them into dark rooms to yell at them. Yesterday, Dave Gleason and his crew were talking to that empty spacesuit and laughing their heads off.
We're letting you off with a warning, Mr. Langston.
Yeah.
But this is going on your record.
That's
so
definitely
one more
her.
screw up and our next chat won't be so friendly.
And if you're wondering
That is just
who,
great to hear, guys. Thank you. Thank
she
you
is Miss Burnwood
Hey,
in the
is there
Hitman
any chance I could
series,
get my copy of The Creator's Dilemma
for an
back?
example.
Get out.
She is Miss Burnwood there. And she also did the main voice actress in... what's the PlayStation exclusive game? I have it in front of me and I'm missing the name. In space. The roguelike. Not in space, on the planet, but the roguelike, the PlayStation 5 exclusive thingy. Damn it. I forgot the name. But she's also the main voice actress. Vending machine KE. Containment procedure unknown. Testing in the investigative sectors is currently ongoing. A vending machine is front covered in a Voxwood panel. Coin operator buttons for selecting food products. The items generate and stores a variety of material, both edible and otherwise. In its rows of internal trays, initial testing suggests the item reacts to the mind of the individual in closest proximity and will produce whatever they subconsciously desire. Attempts to cause the item to create a living being have consistently failed. The item was discovered in a nursing home in Alberta after the resident Muriel something called a local news station about a magic vending machine. A news story reported that the nursing home staff was purposefully stocking the machine with distinctive food and objects as way to raise resident spirits. The Bureau response team encouraged the story while confiscating the item. So wait, all the vending machines we have seen in the game so far have always been just a object of power, which is appearing to give us the stuff we... Well, of course. Of course it's an object. Of course it is. Anything else would be ridiculous in this game. Like... I mean... Why am I not surprised by this? This is probably an object of power right here, and I destroyed it. The air is probably an object of power. God, you're getting paranoid here. Ah, shit. Where is it? Where is it? Paranoid, like paranormal. Yeah, get out of here. Trench do not disturb. Machine guard. Langston hotline. Damn it! I don't know where this went. I hate that you only have like a brief moment. I don't even know the name anymore. Something part? That's a new one. Oh, there it is. The screenplay was formed after the Bureau acquired the Night Spring television series and all its past episode scripts. It appears to be written by Alan Wake as part of an application to become one of the show's writers. Okay. Over the threshold, darkly. It is only human nature, Night Springs. In a secret lab, the large sign of the wall reads, "The Federal Bureau of Night Springs." Scientist, I've told you several times, Director. It isn't ready. Director, it's ready when I say it's ready, Doctor. Scientist, but the beam beyond the portal, we have no control over it. What? Interesting. Oh, loot! Loot! I love loot. Yeah, I already also realized that this expansion is more reading than anything. And I'm so here for it. Believe it or not, I'm actually kind of glad that this is not as combat heavy. We had, what, 2 fights so far? And this little boss thingy. Dr. Emil Hartman is an academic psychotherapist. Yeah, he's also a psychoterrorist. He will become later on Psycho Mantis. And is off to Shadow Moses, fighting against Solid Snake, where he will find his end. Psychotherapist that operated a recovery center in Cauldron Lake. Focused on the treatment of artists struggling with creative blocks, blah blah blah. We all know that. Illegal endeavors were conducted alone. That's interesting. That's not true. Yeah. That's interesting. Bright Thoughts. Well, Cauldron Lake isn't Bright Thoughts. Semantics. So, I mean, he was not working alone, interestingly enough. So, let's try this again.
Ma'am, what are you doing in investigations?
Jesus, don't scare me like that, Langston.
If you're talking right now, I can't hear you. It's a one-way system. Try to find an intercom.
Like this one, Langston? Is this okay? Oh, with an organization. Oh, yeah. I mean, when somebody says they're working alone, I'm always envisioning that they're also meaning the henchmen and stuff. So, bit weird.
Langston, it's me, Jesse.
I know. I can see you on the monitors. The cameras in there haven't worked since we sealed that sector off a couple years back.
Let me guess. You sealed it because of the monster guy.
Wait, did you see Dr. Hartman? Jesus, I really wish you hadn't opened that fire break. Okay, listen, you need to find him and kill him before he gets out into the Bureau.
That thing is a person?
I mean, duh.
We brought him here to study after
Have you not read all the things we just read on stream?
I forget the medical word for what happened, but now light physically hurts him. Do you have a flashlight?
No.
A lantern? Headlamp? Oh yeah, flare gun. Oh, Christmas lights. You could wrap them around your...
I don't have any of those.
Get out! Just get out!
Okay, well, I'm sure you'll think of something.
Get out, game.
From the Panopticon. This is kind of exciting, right?
Maybe from where you're standing.
Right, okay. Well, break a leg. Oh, why did I say that?
Okay, this Hartman thing can't have gotten very far. Let's flush him out. Langston was right. This is kind of exciting.
It's just nice to have someone to talk to, you know?
Oh,
Since
no.
I got put in charge of the Panopticon, people treat me different, like I'm crazy for wanting to work with altered items. People just don't understand the altered items like I do, you know?
Yes,
I
Langston.
don't want to brag, but it does take a very empathetic mind to connect with the items.
Doesn't
Still, I
want to
don't know why
brag.
people are making it so personal.
Right.
I mean, the teams in research handle paranatural materials every day, and no one thinks they're weird. Well, maybe that's not true. Darling is famous for being a bit out there, but when he's weird, it's charming. Altered items really aren't that frightening once you get to know them. If you figure out what they like or don't like, you know, what sets them off, then there's nothing to worry about.
Sounds my last girlfriend.
Today, we're still just wild animals scared of our own shadows. We're supposed to be on the same team, but sometimes it feels like it's every department for themselves, like it's a race and we're all trying to be number one. If it is a race, though, I'd say Darling is a mile ahead of everyone else. He was Trench's golden boy for years, but that relationship has gotten pretty tense, or so I've heard through the grapevine. Not that I spread rumors, just, you know, people talk. Not me, though. I keep my nose to the grind. Too much work to do to focus on those kinds of things. I need to stay focused so I can get my work done and get home to feed Alfred.
He's
Of course,
just gonna talk forever,
can't always
isn't
make
he?
it home for mealtime, so I have my neighbor check in on Alfred at 7 o'clock if I'm not back yet. She's very nice. Her name is Maria. She's older. She came to New York in the 50s to attend school and has been here ever since. She has a couple of kids. I met them at Thanksgiving. Big family. Very nice people. Anyway, she has a key to my apartment, and she gives Alfred his dinner if I'm not home. I'm gonna have to buy her a nice fruit arrangement as a thank you after this. I'm missing a lot of Alfred's meal times. She's probably gonna have to go to the store for more wet food. I'll have to remember to pay her back. Hold on, let me make a note. Pay back Maria or Alfred.
I think he is possessed by an object of power. We have to put him away, folks.
And
I'm out. No. 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 He is totally possessed by an object of power, and he is trying to rope other people into his problems. And no, I'm out. Actually, we all know where I want to go first. Can I even go there? Let me guess. Bright Falls Avenue is closed off right now. And I cannot go there anyway, so the game wants me to go. Yeah, of course it is. Because that would have been too nice. I mean, let's be real here. Everyone knows that everyone would have gone through there first and foremost. So, why am I not surprised? Let's see where this goes.
Oh, I lost my train of thought. Oh, right.
No. No. No.
Maria
Oh my gosh.
or Alfred.
Oh.
Food. Okay.
Oh. Give me the hiss. Give me the darkness. But this is torture. This is just pure torture.
You a cat person?
No, I'm not a cat person. Yes, hiss. Ow. Oh wow, okay. Maybe I should not take the... Yeah, I shouldn't take... The points you are losing when you die, I always forget about that. That is so brutal. Nah, it's not just that. I have never used it, so I didn't even know that I had to load the weapon first and foremost. I don't have another weapon. That's the problem. Can I finally do something? Nope. Oh! Oh, what is this? Oh! That's a new gun. The Surge. Well, will you look at that? That might be something. The Surge. Ooh. Ooh. Damage against enemy armor. Blast radius. That sounds pretty cool. Okay, let me see something. So it's like a grenade launcher. Can we upgrade that? We could, but we are missing motives. Okay. Still pistol, yeah, I know. I don't have the points for shotgun though. We have 2 points. Sure. Bada boom. RT to fire. Whoa. Game is rude. Okay. Nah. I'm actually okay with this. Whoa. If this would just recharge. Oh. Oh! There is friendly fire. Well, that is unfortunate. Well, that's really unfortunate. Oh, personal mods are full? Oh, you can't be serious right now. Classic. Yeah. Since when is there... Wait. Where could I... Personal mods. And then I can just sell them, right? Yeah. Yeah, I don't need the ones which I already have better ones. I can just sell all the level 1s, right? Okay, that should do the trick. Okay. Who didn't flush the toilet? Huh? Okay. I told you, Chad, always flush the toilet. Like... Come on, man. You're not alone. It's kind of funny how they still try to bring like the light system into the game. Right? And they were like, shit. How are we doing that? So you're just carrying the light around. I mean, it's a simple way to do it, but still funny. You didn't move that. Wait, what? Are you shitting me? Oh. Damn it! Thank you. No, I don't need that. Thanks. Oh yeah, by the way, I've also not DLSS on. Because DLSS, it's a bit weird how they do the DLSS in this game. You have to tell them which kind of resolution you want. And it only takes like some weird resolutions from my oh, good throw, Mo! Oh, I remember you, I remember you, I remember you! Why did I... Ow. Why did it change again? Oh, it's still recharging. Well, that's not good. Wow, that was a messy fight to say the least. No, I just like to do it anyways. But, not gonna lie, playing this on 4040p... cranked up everything to maximum and also running ray tracing everything on. My card is running between 70 and 90% of usage, depending on what I'm doing. Like... Keep in mind that I'm also streaming at the same time. Oh, where's the light source? Oh, are you shitting me? Where's the light source? There's one. Yeah, I'm also streaming over my card. Please don't forget that. So it puts even more strain on it. So, yeah. Boop. At the Shelby light. Actually, not what I expected with light. Yeah, my card has to put the work in for sure. Shoom? With the arcade cabinet? Many items suppress the effects of only triggers on physical. There's a pair of the arcade cabinets originally designed for them games Shoom, Shoom 2, Cool Girls Revenge. Manufactured by Bonko Entertainment, now out of business, despite being a popular card game in Japan during the late 80s, early 90s. No other Shoom cabinets have been found or by our investigators. When touching one of the items while it stands within 10 feet of their counterpart, the user's mind is transported to a version of their subjective reality that resembles a video game in logic and function. What? Well, that's odd. Oh boy. There was a way to drop. Ah, yeah, we will figure it out. Or not. Oh. I should have taken the light with me. Yes. Oh, we are here. Wow, that's all we have investigated so far? Damn. This is a pretty long DLC, isn't it? Or maybe because I'm like... I'm an idiot and I'm reading everything. Oh, this is another generator here. Oh, interesting. Yeah, there are a lot of like... Put the thingy here. Okay, let's take the save point. Save points are always great. I mean, yeah, that's what I'm doing on stream, right? Like... So this is blocked. I cannot go to lower access. This is also closed. Also, did you just tell me that I'm a slow reader? Can't do anything here yet. Did you just tell me I'm a slow reader? Let's have a look from the top. Okay. So when we take this, all right, do that, and now hit random buttons. Okay. I mean, that's the right way. That's the right way. Yeah. That's the right way. And this way is coming from. Okay, but if I'm... Okay, let me see something. If I'm taking the container now and put it up there, connect that... Oh, 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 oh. Oh, no, I get it. Okay. I'm a ChaosMole. I know what I'm doing. No, no. I'm smart. Schmuddy pants. Yeah. Do I want to do that? No, not yet. This is probably opening the door, right? This is probably opening the door to the lower access, and then I'm trapped. That's not really what I want. What I want, first and foremost, is this there. Now moving it over there. Yeah, I'm not sure if it will like lock in. Like sometimes it does that. And then it's like, well, you missed your chance. Congratulations. Not really what I have in mind. Does this the thing I want? Yes, it does. Hello. Oh! Wait. Oh. How do I get that loot then? Nice. I don't... Can I take the other way? Also, wow, we could have just gone back and take the light from here. Oh yeah, you just have to go the other way. LOL. LOL. What was that? Somebody screamed. And they were not, haha, look at that. I was right with my assessment, even though it was unnecessary. Oh, good.
Shit.
Oh. Good. Good. I can see Hartman there. This is now a little bit unfortunate. That's one way to do it. Oh, goody.
Oh, it's too dark in here to fight this thing.
I know. Ah, that sound, man. The sound it makes. Ugh. Oof. Okay, this light is going out sometimes. This section was annoying. I can see that. First, loot. At least it doesn't do the stupid I attack you as long as you are in the light kind of thing, so... I'm not too mad about it. And there shall be light! Get effed, dude! Actually, this section was pretty easy. All things considered. Didn't feel annoying to me. Like the moment I knew I just have to go from light to light. The thing is, he didn't do anything. He didn't attack me, like he just jumped quickly from light to light. Like, wasn't really... I thought it would be far more annoying. But yeah, that was pretty simple. Oh, look at that. Maybe the next section will be the shit. Who knows? Like, look. We have already some enemies here, and starring, and... Ah yeah, the other part. But folks... I have to leave you for now. I have to do some stuff. I have to write some emails. I have to do a little bit of like behind the scene works. I know. I'm actually really enjoying this. I really do. But I have to do some other stuff. Unfortunately. Yeah. Oh, look at that. It's an AWE event. What are you saying? You aren't just playing games all day? I wished. Like, not gonna lie, I sometimes look back to my Mixer days where I literally could just do that. Just play games all day as a streamer. Like, it was nice. But now you have, like, especially, I have to admit, like, since Mixer has been dead and the channel has been shrinked considerably, I have to do much more paperwork. I have to do much more behind the scenes stuff, which is weird when you think about it. But the reality is, no company cares for you anymore. No one is reaching out to you. You don't exist as long as you're not putting yourself on the map. And so you have to do like a lot of pre-work to be basically seen by the companies. Like, again, back on Mixer, I could sometimes request keys 3 days before the release or something like that, and they checked my numbers and they were immediately like, boom. Like, yeah, you have to put far less work in. It's, yeah, that was really nice. But yeah, I have to do some requests. No, it's not for Forspoken. By the way, for everyone who has missed it, we took a look at the, speaking of which, we took a look at the Forspoken system requirements this morning. And if you have missed it, bask your eyes again on this beauty. I mean, CPUs and GPUs, I can kind of deal with it because it's a very pretty game. Like, really, really pretty looking. Right? But then you see the memory. This is all for 30 FPS. And then you see like 115 gigabyte. And I'm just going, yeah, please do not put any optimization into this. I just, like, 32 gigabyte, even 24. It's just like 115 gigabyte is not normal for games. No. It's not. If you're not Call of Duty, and even Call of Duty has finally managed to shrink their size, and the memory is pretty high. I mean, shit, I'm playing Control, and Control is like, what, 42 gigabyte? Very pretty game. It's like, what I find a bit weird that the 4K is 60 FPS, and the recommended spec at 4040p is 30 FPS. So that's always a bit weird. Consistency. Yeah. But whatever. Whatever. I'm not playing it. That was my point. I'm not playing it. I'm not really interested in it. So, you know. Oh yeah, one last thing. One last thing before we're leaving here, before we finally wrap this up and say goodbye. On Friday? Thursday. Yes. January 19th. At 12 p.m. East Coast time, aka 6 p.m. my time, aka the time where I normally end the stream, we have an event coming up. Triumph Studios and Paradox will release or reveal their new game. Yep. And I have a feeling it will be Age of Wonders 4. And I would be very much okay with that. Triumph Studios is the creators of Age of Wonders, Planetfall, and some other games. But yeah, they already hinted at Age of Wonders 4. And I will be honest, I would be more okay with that. So we'll watch that together on Thursday at 12 p.m. ET. Should be some good fun. You're not interested in it because of the game? Because of the game. No, not because Square Enix is asking €80 for the game. You know, it's not because Square Enix is asking €80 for the game, but literally because I saw the game, I saw gameplay of it, I saw the demo, like some people actually played it for quite some time, and I was just looking at it and go, wow. I could request a key. Like as I said yesterday, I could request a key. I would get a key, pretty sure of it. But it just doesn't click. It just doesn't click with me, man. That's all. I have nothing against the game, well, besides of the €80 price tag on the PC. But no, it just doesn't click with me. Unfortunately, I hoped, but yeah. But yeah, with that said, folks, I have to get out of here. I will be back with more AWE tomorrow, I think. I'm not sure yet. I'm thinking about doing a stream tomorrow on Mole Under Management, because we have 2 management games which just came out. And I really would like to check them out. Also, having a break in Alan Wake / Control wouldn't be too wrong. But yeah, I'm not sure yet. We might actually check out what is it called? Something Abyss, Survive the Abyss, which is an underwater city manager. But this one, it seems like they're doing it right. And then the other one is Farlanders, which looks fantastic. Yep. And I just got my key for Farlanders. Yay! Yeah, I might actually check it out tomorrow. Alright, folks. But as I said, I have to get out of here. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this a little bit. And then we will be back with more... with more Control and the Alan Wake expansion, or AWE expansion. I see what you did there. Yep. With that said, I see you tomorrow. Stay safe. Bye bye. Ka-ching! God, those faces. I hate myself sometimes.